Kid triggers alarm daily until man realizes why. There were several ways he could deal with this. He could ignore it, but that probably wouldn't last long and he would pull out all his hair. He could put up a sign, but a no trespassing warning felt far too aggressive. He had no idea the solution was waiting at the local store and only going to cost $2. For Dave, it was a no-brainer to get a security camera for the front of his house. It was a deluxe package with all the bells, whistles, and handy app that gave him immediate notifications if anyone approached his home. At first, it seemed like the best idea ever. It wasn't the first time he'd lost an Amazon package to porch pirates or been the victim of some petty annoying crime that the police didn't do much about. Even if it was a decent neighborhood, the new shiny system was very much welcome. However, at the time, he wasn't aware of the annoyance it would bring.
Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story.
It started with a telltale beep that signaled someone was on the large slab of concrete in front of his home. Dave whipped out his phone, feeling like a secret agent ready to catch a sneaky criminal. But there in the driveway was not at all what he imagined. A little boy no more than 4 raced around his driveway on his blue and green bicycle. The zipping child had accidentally set off his alarm. Dave chuckled and put his phone away. Oh well, things like this were bound to happen, but he would soon find out it was going to be a regular and very annoying thing. Every day, his phone would beep and show the same ordeal. The child's mother moseyed along the sidewalk, her hands busy while trying to control the leashes of 2 large, very energetic dogs. The boy would race ahead, turn into Dave's driveway, do a circle, then wheel out to join his mom again. But what could he do about it? The constant notifications weren't just getting annoying, they were filling up his notifications and memory storage. One thing for certain, he wasn't going to be one of those terrible strangers that would come down on an innocent child for some harmless play. No, this needed a creative solution. The answer came quickly, a simple but useful skill he'd wielded when he was young. It had come from long summer vacations filled with friends and adventure, and it only cost a couple bucks. So Dave went to the nearest dollar store, bought a colorful bucket of chalk, and raced home with a perfect idea. The idea was simple. He had no problem with the boy or anyone else having to use the driveway for a moment or two. He just needed them to stay away from whatever points would set off his security system. Dave bent down, grabbed a bright pink hunk of chalk, and dragged it along the ground. The final result? A winding racetrack complete with curve warnings and entry arrows, and gave the kids something to ride along but leave Dave in peace.
I was able to get like a nice little course, also taking some of Keith's advice, another little rumble, and then for the win! Ching ching! Winner, winner, chicken dinner!
There was the ultimate question though, would the boy use it? The next day he made a point of watching the camera stream carefully. Like clockwork, the mother and kids show up, his little feet pushing the pedals as fast as he could. Normally he'd swerve in and out, but this time he slowed, surveyed the path, and looked to his mother. She gave a smile and a nod, then pointed to the in section of the track. But that wasn't all. It wasn't just the perfect solution to what could have been a dramatic problem with the neighborhood, it was something Dave found he enjoyed doing. Whenever the rain washed the lines away, he'd just grab the bucket of chalk and draw a new different one. In a small, adorable way, his driveway became locally famous. Why? It wasn't just the one tiny boy that used a fun run. Many other children who sped in front of his house saw the opportunity and happily took it. As things couldn't get any cuter or surprising, Dave found something else appear on his recordings. First, the boy now would finish the tracks and then give a little thank you wave to the camera. Dave felt like he would melt into a little puddle on the floor. Second, it wasn't just kids that used it. His jaw dropped when he saw that adults were using it too. One mom with a stroller grinned and took the side path, and shortly after, a teen on a scooter did the same thing. A few grown-ups on their own bikes, even though it was tricky, decided to tackle the racetrack. It was a better solution than Dave could ever have imagined, one that made everyone happy.
If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting too. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.